O cell,
O cell,
shall we waste our life against a stubborn will, as others have done? Or shall we beat our way to the top of the hill to greet the rising sun? Our solar system is cradled in great nebula. The center of that nebula has condensed into the sun. The sun is now the eye of the thunderbird. The eye of the thunderbird is Chanta Ishta, the eye of the heart. And my theme here is human relations with the sun, the eye of the thunderbird. Ancient Egypt is, of course, conspicuous for what certainly looks like from a distance worship of the sun, Atum, and its variations, Amun, Re, and Horus. That's quite a long time ago. The country of Japan still retains the sun as its national icon. It also had a myth and a goddess, Amaterasu, to back that up in medieval times. The Celts also had a considerable relationship with the sun named Gurena. In Takima Cave up in the mountains of Nevada, I have translated and replicated, actually painted on the cave wall, a love letter to Gurena in the Gaelic language and the style of Ogham. So just to say what relationships have had. Native Americans have a hundreds and hundreds of year relationship that has continued to this time, relationship with the sun, the person of the sun, the carrier of the sun. The sunspots, the binary sunspots, have been traced for a long, long time. And there was a body of knowledge referred to as the Tsoken. And those who concern themselves with this continue to monitor or track the cycles of these sunspots and derive from the body of knowledge information henceforth. Different people have different ways of relating to the sun. Some are community related and some are individual. And I have different ways to illustrate that. Up here on top, this is a sun shield. This is Wishakanke, and it is to hold up to the sun and receive vibrational energy from the sun personally. These are the Dawa Papo, like prayer stick, and these are especially made for the sun and put in different shrines where the sun is coming up, especially for the solstice. Just to mention the occasion in history that the Spaniard Coronado assaulted the Pueblo of Zuni. It was on the day of the summer solstice. And these people are farmers, and it is the most critical time in their relationship with the sun. So they had ritual dances. Everybody in the Pueblo would have been dressed in their Sunday best. And so it was very critical because at the solstice, they are entreating the sun to stay up there for as long as it's willing to stay there in order to nourish their crops, and also to entreat the Kachina spirits to bring rain. So that's what was taking place, and also the making of these prayer sticks is also going on at that time. Just to mention that was the day of the Spanish assault on Native America and the relationship with the sun. This piece here that I've replicated is very interesting. Really got my attention. I've seen countless petroglyphs and the like. And this is in Arizona, and it's located on a big rock that's very smooth and patina, very typical of that. And the shaman artists who brought this about scraped and scratched and rubbed the surface off of the rock to get below the brown. in order to make this white surface very granularly. And then with a charcoal in some kind of medium, he has drawn this image of the sun. Now, various people have faces of the sun here in Native America, some of them very stylized, and this is very rudimentary because what it's referring to is the binary sunspots. That is like seeing the man in the moon, is like to see the face in the sun. I don't know what the symbols around it are, but here is also an abraded patch here where there's a little bird drawn there, like that. Now, this is also to introduce a bird, the swallow. The swallow is probably just under the eagle in importance. The swallow is the spirit soul of Coyote, and the swallow is also considered as the source and origin of our myth, or myth world. And so in this piece that I'm about to read, where the swallow is featured, this piece is from Arizona. Swallow bird, give me my scraper. I am over here. I have reached the mountain, and I'm hanging on there, scraping with my wing feathers. Give me my rasp. At the mountain I arrive, against there I hover. My wing feathers I scrape. Atop the cliff swallows stand. They brought me there, all about me, rainbows. Black swallows now came flying, and somewhere lead me over there far. They lead me. We now set the sun. We now set the sun. Their younger brother, the white-headed swallow, caused their wings 4 times to rumble, and here set the sun. Now the cliff swallow is the only one who has the white patch of head here, and that's what's being figured here, and the black swallows are coming in and making the sunspots is the way that we would say it. And this is one way to see the way that there's an interaction with the sun. Viewing the sun as a transmitter actually, meaning the sun conveys messages. So people who are tuned into that, and societies also who actually receive what information or knowledge or wisdom they need, has much to do with that. And one more thing here, this is a horse, and the Indians call the horse the great dog of the sun. And Claudia is going to sing her song that she has composed for that.